Then for the Cavaliers, Allen's checked in for Torrey Craig. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Lonzo Ball. And Strus is subbed in for Garland. In the corner, it's Hunter. And another miss by Cleveland.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Mobley finds Mitchell. Mitchell buries the three.
Boy, Donovan Mitchell has always been a high-volume three-point shooter. Now it's about his efficiency.
Mitchell against MP. Connects from three-point range. MP's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets. Cavaliers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hunter. Bruce in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Good defense by MP. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so it's Brooklyn with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points.
They play to their strengths. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots they feel confident about. If they don't feel confident, they make...
All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming... And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half... Checked in for the Nets. Ball's checked in for the Cavaliers. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. We've got Cam Thomas, MP out there with Demon. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Wolf in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Outside, Ball. Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
If you're going to roll as the screen setter, as Evan Mobley does there, you got to be able to catch and finish. He does just that.
And the basket by Thomas.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
And a big part of the Nets' shot diet comes doors from beyond the arc. They love the 3.
They do, Kevin, and for a team that struggles offensively and lacks interior scoring, firing away from distance gives them a puncher's chance every night.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. The Cavaliers are making noise. Point guard Darius Garland said the brand of basketball that we play is super exciting, super fun. A lot of threes, a lot of alley-oops, a lot of dunks. And we play really hard on both ends of the floor. It's been a winning recipe. Kevin?
Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Mitchell passes to Hunter. Cleveland moving the ball around. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Hunter. Mitchell's got 17.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance is half 5 overall.
They get it back. Outside for Thomas. The 3 from MP. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Outside, Ball. Drives to the hoop, and Ball slams it in.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's MP making things happen for Brooklyn. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Mitchell and Strus share wing duty. Torrey Craig is out there with Larry Nance, and it's Ball in at the point. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Now, here's Strus. Nance a screen on Johnson. Mitchell kicks the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Off the inbound pass. Clowney pulls it in.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
That's a young, creative mind right there.
Indeed, doing work.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T. Ball feeling it out a bit. Mitchell kicks to Craig. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Craig's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Johnson. The 3 from MP. Goes back up. It's good. And the Nets lead by 19.
Well, this is what he does. Find ways to make his presence felt, and this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. So both teams changing it up here. Making a switch here. MP's checked in. Pass to Claxton. MP against Garland. Wolf passes to MP. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 19. And he banks the layup in.
There's a level of tenacity by Donovan Mitchell on the interior there. Wow, what a finish.
Garland against MP. It's Thomas on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Now MP for 3. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Hunter on the wing. Pass to Allen. And here is Garland. Jacks up a 3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. MP finds Claxton. And a wide open look for him. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. From the arc. And again for three.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
And we know how fans love the long ball, right? Especially his fans, because he can hit it from anywhere and go on unbelievable streaks like tonight. I mean, who does it better from distance?
MP, no good. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that stirs the proverbial drink.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And a calm in the storm. These fans taking in the moment.
He has made it 4 from outside en route to the most threes in a game in franchise history. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm.
All right, it's a big win for you guys tonight at home. Fans were lit. How you feeling about it, MP?
Incredible, bro. I love that energy from the fans.
I have to say, I didn't expect this to happen so soon. Well, you did it. You're in the starting lineup, man.
all accounts, the Spurs had one of the best draft nights of any team, Shams.
So you already have Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox, and now you're getting 2 lottery picks. One in Dylan Harper, who in a lot of years would have been the #1 overall pick, and then also Carter Bryant, a prototype 3-and-D prospect for this team. These 2 players should have an immediate impact in the league.
The Spurs, a team to watch. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. The tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's MP. And it's Wolf in at the 4. Now here's MP. Porter from outside. Rebounded by Castle. For the latest news on MP, let's hear from Allie LaForce on our sideline.
We have a bit of a lineup change tonight. MP is stepping into the starting 5 in a move that many fans have been hoping for. Coach told me, quote, MP's earned it. He put in the time and he's done things the right way. He's looked like a starter for a while now. It's quite the journey for the rising star from Vermont.
You know, it seems his moment has arrived. Thanks. And Shams, in this summer's draft, the Brooklyn Nets becoming the first team ever to select 5 first-rounders.
They've got a lot of young players, B.A., and Coach Jordi Fernandez is renowned for his player development, and now he has plenty to work with. And you look at this rookie group, a lot of playmaking and creation. That's the recurring theme there, and they're maintaining flexibility year to year.
Is there time now or more in the future?
It's more in the future. They're building with a lot of assets. They've got a ton of draft capital. They've got a ton of salary cap space even next summer. So this is a team that we could see over the next couple of years make some pretty big moves.
Nets are going to be in the headlines quite a bit for sure. And the Nets miss again. For San Antonio, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Back to Castle. The 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Well, I believe that's now 4 straight misses to start the game. Talk about stumbling out of the block.
Back to Porter, and the league instituting an international flavor for this year's All-Star Game, Shams. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm told the league is really drawing inspiration from what we saw be a successful tournament in hockey. The NBA has been eager to increase the compete level for years now, so the U.S. versus the world format might just be the one to facilitate that.
And they take the lead. You know, the other day I was checking out the magazine stand at the bookstore, and I saw MP right on the cover. How about that?
Oh, I saw it too at the supermarket. And you know what? Congrats to MP. Making a magazine cover is no doubt a I made it moment.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2. San Antonio shooting their 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
A generational talent. Wembanyama is an all-around player with incredible upside.
And here's Porter outside, and the Nets another 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And the one thing you hear about in hoop circles, the weak link theory. You familiar, Shams?
Yeah, you know, it's an idea that to win nowadays, you can't have a weak link for the other team to expose. You need guys that can play both ends of the floor, guys that can play defense, guys that can also spread the floor, that aren't a liability on either end of the floor. So we saw that in the NBA Finals, 2 teams clearly stacked with guys who play both ends.
4 on the clock. MP shot is off. The Spurs have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. The 3 from Barnes. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And Claxton gets it to go on the assist by MP.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Fox. Counted from distance.
Whether it's with his scoring or passing, Fox generates a lot of offense out of the pick and roll.
MP way outside, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer. MP's got 6 points. Something that MP has that not many other rookies can claim: championship experience. MP was a key member for his team that won a title in the European League.
Yeah, and there's no substitute for experience like that. MP might be a rookie, but to have played in a European Championship game is something that goes a long way as far as composure on the court.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
I like it. Setting up Fox that time, getting him something in rhythm.
Outside Porter. Pass to Wolf. And here's MP. From behind the arc. Gets the three to fall. He's got 9.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's De'Aaron Fox making highlights. Timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Harper passes to Johnson. Here's Harper, covered by MP. Here's Wembanyama, and too long on the shot. Brooklyn leading by 4. You know, Shams, last year we heard stars like Kevin Durant say they wish more attention was paid to the game. There is great attention paid to the game in a lot of different areas, and I know a lot of the older players are a little uncomfortable with that. Where do you stand on all of this?
Well, listen, VA, every player deserves to have their perspective heard, and they're the ones playing. They're the product at the end of the day. Trades, signings, free agency, coach hirings, findings, that's all a part of the game as well. I think everyone in the game understands that. For me, as long as I'm being fair, accurate, responsible with everything that I do and my information, that's all that matters. I think that's all players, coaches, execs care about.
Inside at the 4 and the 5, it's Sochan and Wemby. Then there's Harper, then there's Johnson, and it's Waters in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Williams against Johnson. Pass to Waiters. Off target from 3-point range.
That's the look you want. Gotta be disappointed coming up empty.
And more, we're seeing teams run 1 center with 4 perimeter players, Shams. What's changed?
Well, it's a copycat league. When things are going great, other teams want to copy. And so what we're seeing now is teams' most effective lineups, more shooting and more mobility. That usually overbalances any deficit you have as far as shot blocking or rebounding in today's NBA.
And when Dylan Harper's dad, Ron, won 5 NBA titles, he was a great player. And I think a lot of that competitiveness rubbed off on Dylan.
For San Antonio, Barnes, he's checked in for Sochan. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Waters. Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas comes in for Johnson. MP outside, from outside the arc. MP drills the 3.
I just love the ball movement.
Spurs trail by 8. Here's Harper. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Wembanyama finds Fox. On target from range. Fox has got 12 points.
That's how you return the favor. Fox getting aggressive.
Pass to Thomas. The 3-ball. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. And the Nets lead by 8.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
All right, Joms, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, he's the guy.
So true. He's got his finger on the pulse of this entire league. If something's going down, you can count on him letting everybody know about it.
Thomas, right side. Clock at 6. Pass to Wolf. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Spurs trail by 9. Now here's Barnes. Fox outside. Claxton with a rebound.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's MP from outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Fox outside. splashing it home from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, and it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More 2K action in just a moment.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my... All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. And we got a question here from... And that is going to do...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
On the floor for the Nets, the tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, then it's MP, and it's Wolf in at the 4. Fox, again the miss by Fox.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Coach, after making the playoffs 22 consecutive years up through 2019, the San Antonio Spurs have not been back to that stage since.
Well, every franchise, even storied ones like the Spurs, go through transitional periods. Fortunately for them, they have a lot of young talent and should be back in the playoffs sooner rather than later.
Wembanyama screen. Down low. Wemby putting on a show.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. MP scanning the floor. Here's Wolf. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Brooklyn leading by 11. Inside, here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Brian?
They'll get there. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And as we see more of Castle, expect that J to get better.
Outside for Porter. Pass to Wolf. Here's Thomas. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Claxton passes to Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, MP drills it from the corner.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Well, Grant, for a late first-round pick, Cam Thomas is a certified bucket.
Yeah, B.A. He's got every shot in the book. And he's still rounding out the other aspects of his game. But if you need to score, that he can provide.
3-pointer off the mark. Spurs trail by 14. Pass to Fox. Here's the 3. Claxton with a rebound.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Stolen by Vassell. And here's Barnes. Now Fox. A step-back shot. Fox can't get that one to fall.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
MP outside. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And, guys, they have to keep it simple. Just keep feeding MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. substitution here for San Antonio. Cornett's checked in for Wembanyama. Sohan comes in for Barnes. Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. And it's Harper in for Castle. Brooklyn also changing it up. Clowney comes in for Claxton. And Williams is subbed in for Porter Jr. Here's Fox. 15 points in the game. Here's Johnson. Gets an open look and hits it. Brooklyn leading by 14. Back to MP. Puts up a three. Pure from three-point range. MP's got 26.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
From deep, Harper. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists in the game. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Back to MP. Gets stolen by Johnson. To the right side. Here's Harper. He's got 5.
And just a great job of getting there first.
When you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Vassell finds Fox. Vassell, a screen on MP. Now here's Vassell, guarded closely. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done.
Woo! Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. And it's Fox in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Shot clock at 6. Thomas! Oh, off target from downtown. Now Vassell. Now Fox. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
Stan, the big man, Victor Wembanyama, has set a new standard for shot blocking.
Yeah, look, B.A., we've had some great rim protectors in this league, but he can also do it on the perimeter. I've seen guys turn down three-point looks because he's standing in front of them.
And he nails it.
Nice looking three ball by MP. Proving he can hurt you from downtown.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. It's an 18-point game. Cashes in from 18.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Here's MP. He launches. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Castle outside. Outside Barnes. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range. It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Nets.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Castle, takes the shot, and he sinks the jumper. 32 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. For 3, And again for three. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Castle outside. Fox deciding where to go with it. And the foul called on him. MP. So that'll be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. He's off on the first.
De'Aaron Fox, shooting two.
He hits the second from the line. MP against Fox. MP! The three is off. And the foul called on MP. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for two.
That was just an awful decision. I mean, you have to keep the clock moving. There's no reason to foul there.
And both free throws good for Fox. MP! And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
MP's going to surprise a lot of people, man. He did a really good job going up against those guys in Europe.
Oh, that's fun.
Shaking MP.
Hey, there he is.
Shaken, MP.
Everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves. That one, the 7th on the season for them. The team's still looking to improve each time they take the floor.
So the Nets starting 5. Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Then it's MP. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Wolf at the 4 slot. So, Greg, here we are, just about a week into the NBA season. The regular season comes at you fast.
I mean, the games start coming fast and furiously right out of the gate, but you wonder how we made it through summer without getting to see any NBA action.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. It's Durant on the wing. Hands it from downtown.
This is what puts KD in elite company. He's so good at catch and shoot.
MP against Van Vliet. MP, no good. Houston's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Van Vliet wide open. Takes the 12. Footer and hits.
It's a shot some guys don't like, but Van Vliet gets it dialed in.
MP passes to Thomas. Kicks it out to MP. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Holiday looking over the floor. And here's KD for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Durant's got a couple of threes now in the first for Houston. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. 2025, Clark, was a big year for Alperen Sengun. His first All-Star selection.
And could not have been more well-deserved, Kevin. He really ramped his game up across the board and was a big reason the Rockets were transformed. I mean, If that's not all-star stuff, I don't know what is. Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Offensive rebound, Wolf, and the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Fred VanVleet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on them, but adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Guys, back to you.
They love his disposition. Okay, thank you, Allie.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
VanVleet with it. Now defended by MP.
Great work by VanVleet. So good at carving out space on the interior.
MP outside. It's rebounded by Houston. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Now here's Thomas. Following the miss by Fred VanVleet. A three from MP. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
VanVleet passes to Holiday. Houston moving it around. Durant kicks to VanVleet. VanVleet can't get that one to fall.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion. Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Smith outside. Smith sets the pick for Holiday. Clock at 6. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Yeah, Scouts have said
Finney Smith's checked in for the Rockets. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Shepard, that's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Michael Porter's out there with Zaire Williams. Then it's Johnson. Then it's MP. And it's Wolf in at the 5, roaming the paint. Porter with the screen for MP. Eason grabs the board.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better. Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
From past the arc, it's hauled in by MP. Nets trail by 5. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He's pulled down.
for draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Oh, great ball.
Me playing, that was my partner. That was his son.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Now here's Johnson. There's Porter with the 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Fun watching Porter Jr. come right back with his own 3. Love that competitive spirit.
Picked by Finney-Smith. Shepard the pass to Finney-Smith. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. MP inside. Working on Finney-Smith. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Wolf. For Houston, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 to 10. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Houston with a big good substitution here. Jabbar. Smith, he's jacked in for Şengün. Kevin Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Josh Okogie. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Zaire Williams. And it's Cameron Thomas in for Johnson. Now that one from VanVleet.
Hey, it's all about W's for Durant. I mean, he understands that feeding open teammates is how you make that happen.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, hard to find a more respected vet in this league than point guard Fred VanVleet. The heady vet will now also guide the Players Union in his new role of president, replacing C.J. McCollum. As a guy who went from being undrafted to an all-star to signing a max contract, he can certainly relate to most every player in the league.
He has come a long way. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. And here is VanVleet following the three-pointer by MP. And it's Smith missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's MP. He had 35 points last game out. There's Porter with the 3. Rebound by Smith. And it's VanVleet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. 4-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Thomas, good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a... to this place explode.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Rockets on top.
The Celtics feeling it right now. Well, it hurts, pun intended. White does the little things.
Guys, he's the super glue.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Rockets.
this bench.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
We'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Holiday in at the two-guard. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Back to you.
You know, they've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. And spacing is so vital. But Clark, talk about vertical spacing.
You know, Kevin, that speaks to the ability to play in space above the rim. Think about the roller in the pick-and-roll situation, being able to go above the defense to finish a lob. Those are tough plays for defenses to stop. Helping in recovering and elevating to stop a well-timed lob, that's a real challenge for the defense.
Takes the three. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from MP.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Pass to Wolf. The three from MP. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Rockets leading by 7. And Greg, these boys veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact. Love the energy that MP plays with his young legs. Let him get to the open floor and finish it.
KD against Portland. In the corner, Şengün with it. The Rockets again can't hit. Nets trail by 5. From deep, Thomas. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists now in the game. Durant kicks to Smith. And here's VanVleet from the arc. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Okogie comes in for Aaron Holiday. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. And here's MP for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Brooklyn. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Pass to Şengün. In the corner, it's Eason. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
With the ball on the inside, smartly, Şengün kicks it outside.
Nets trail by 5. MP deciding where to go with it. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Smith kicks to KD. Pass to Şengün. Fires for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. MP outside. MP's good from way out there.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second.
Nicholas Claxton adds Wolf at the 4. Brooklyn trailing in transition. Here come the Nets to tie it up. And he lays that one in.
MP doing a nice job orchestrating the offense. Excellent find.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Spins. Van Vliet. Sengun missed on the 3. And so MP will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And there's the dunk.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. Maybe a step out of his range.
Buries the deep ball.
Huge bucket by MP. You know he's got to be feeling good after that one went down.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He wants his team to be careful with the ball. He's not happy with the amount of turnovers they've coughed up so far. He believes if they focus on being more patient on offense, that will help cut down on the giveaways. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Durant, look at Katie going to work inside.
No stage too big for KD. You need a basket? He's your man.
Here's Wolf, covered by Smith. MP, he drills the 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Van Vliet. Holiday fires. For 19, that one goes.
Van Vliet's ability to facilitate the offense, his teammates have great confidence in him in that regard. Nice dime there.
Now Porter. Here's Thomas. MP outside. Now Claxton. Just 3 to shoot. Knocks down the 3.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some 3s.
Here's Claxton. He finishes with a one-handed dunk.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now MP rejected by Van Vliet.
And perfect positioning from Van Vliet, wanting to block shots whenever he can. Great instinct.
MP misses the 3. Eason against Williams. MP.
Rockets foul. Dorian Finney-Smith. Second personal foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
MP. 2 shots.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. So it's the Nets picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up tonight. It'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Brooklyn Nets here in Barclays Center. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Ali LaForce covering us courtside. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And it feels really early to be already missing players from the lineup. How these teams respond will impact the outcome of this game.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. And it's Young in at the point. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, the tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr. Then it's MP, then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Wolf in at the 4. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially for those on new teams. The earlier you figure out what works for you, the quicker you'll get comfortable.
Now here's Young. Pass to Johnson. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And that's where Johnson does most of his work offensively, inside the paint.
To the inside, releases. The rebound by Atlanta. They're getting their first look of the season at Brooklyn in this one.
They're looking to make amends for their poor showing against this team last season.
Okongwu, a screen on MP. Young misses. And here are the Nets now. MP looking around. Puts it up. And out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. And with the bulk of the season still ahead, let's take a look at how the power rankings are starting to come together. Well, they're struggling to make a move, despite a commendable effort on their part.
Seeing where the Nets are, they're making a move up the power rankings. They got the best record in the conference, and no doubt one of the scariest teams in the NBA. They're just so hard to game plan for.
Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us. You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
Outside Risache. Okongwu finds Young with a step back, and he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
The Nets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to MP. Down low. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Young. Outside Risache. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
So good off the catch. The defense has to guard Risache better than this.
Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Ali LaForce.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. The developing game of Trae Young is something that Coach discussed with his players. Coach said he's been one of the league's assist leaders. Don't get so consumed trying to stop him and give him the easy passes inside. They know the danger that Young possesses. We'll see if they can contain him here. Brian, back to you.
All right, appreciate it. Ali. Young can't hit.
And that was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
And Claxton throws it down.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Outside Risache. 1 1:46 left in the opening quarter. Connects from downtown.
Yeah, not an easy shot for Risacher, but he stayed calm.
Pass to Thomas. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Porter from outside. Fires in the triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And here's Daniels. Back to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
Here's MP out to the right wing. Claxton passes to MP. Here's Wolf. Pass to Porter from downtown. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. Trailing by 4. Off target from outside.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
MP, the pass to Wolf. Now here's Claxton. And here's MP from outside. And Young pulls it down. Daniels against Thomas. From 13, Young misses.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
To the paint. It's stolen by Okongwu. 1 second left. That one doesn't drop. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Nets out in front, up by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Change here. And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's MP. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, shots like this are big for MP's development. I love seeing him capitalize off the catch.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Zachary Risacher out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Gay in at the 5, down low.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Here's Risacher, following the 3 by Brooklyn. Fires the 3. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. Brooklyn leading by 10. Outside, Williams. Back to MP. No good from outside.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Young against MP. Back to Risacher. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Risacher's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
It's intercepted. Young with it. Now Porter defending. They double him with MP. Alexander-Walker, the pass to Young. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Was starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
Outside Porter. Pass to Williams. From deep, MP. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Hawks trail by 4. Young from long range. Porter pulls it in.
Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Wolf, good.
He is putting in work right to the rim. Defense had no answer.
Pass to Alexander-Walker. Inside. Here's Young. Here's Daniels. To the middle. Here's Gay. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. He's checked in for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas comes in for Johnson. Atlanta also making some changes. Okongwu comes in for Gay. And it's Jalen Johnson in for Alexander Walker. Pass to Claxton. Back to MP. Takes the three. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Here's Daniels. The kick out to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Brooklyn. They've led by as much as 10 this game following their win against the Rockets.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
And if you want to see how well coached a team is, just look at their efficiency on offense. That's a testament to great coaching.
And the Nets with possession here after the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Thomas. Back to MP. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Okongwu with the rebound.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Here's Daniels. No good. That would have tied it. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Nets up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court.
Contributions from their bench, providing once again the importance of depth.
Yeah, with the way their starters play, they may also.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming. Thanks as always.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, thanks for that report. The tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's MP. And it's Wolf in at power forward. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. MP outside. MP. Oh, MP. Stunning.
Oh, man. MP. That was nasty.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Reza Shea, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Nets. The lead is 2. And after this one, they're at home against Philadelphia. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. Legs, you look at the Atlanta Hawks. They are no strangers to the play-in tournament.
Yeah, BA, since making the Eastern Finals as a 4 seed in 2021, they've been a perennial play-in team. They're trying to find a way to make another deep run.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Hawks star Trae Young and Coach Quinn Snyder are both very close. Young said that's the type of relationship we have. It's not forced, it's just genuine. We both want to see each other succeed, and we know we need each other and everybody else around us. Guys, back to you.
A good partnership. Thanks much for the report, Allie. And Brooklyn with possession here, following the three-pointer by Atlanta.
The improved passing of Porter Jr. That's the next part of his evolution.
Outside Reza Shea. Pass to Johnson. 4-3. The rebound by the Nets. Porter's got 5 rebounds in the game. MP outside. Inside. Here's Claxton. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists now in this one.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
There's Young with the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Young's got 11 points.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Williams has checked in for Brooklyn. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Alexander Walker's checked in. Here's MP. He's got 13. Here he goes. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
Daniels finds Okongwu. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Daniels outside. Pass to Johnson. Daniels right side. That one's good. This game is all even. Daniels has got 5 points in the quarter.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
How about Dyson Daniels, Grant? Last season, leading the league in steals.
Well, averaging over 3 a game. That mark hadn't been met in over 3 decades, BA. In the process, the Aussie earning the nickname, the Great Barrier Thief. Not bad.
Now here's Daniels. He has 7. We've got 1:28 left in the third. To the paint. Johnson, clock at 4. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Now here's Williams. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And Daniels doesn't mess around. When he's charging inside, he's focused on the flush.
Now MP. It's stolen by Okongwu. Out on his own on the break. Daniels misses.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
MP buries the triple.
MP has an innate ability to just pull up and knock them down. Very impressive for a developing player.
Daniels against MP. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the inside. Here's Wolf. Here's MP. What a shot by MP.
They continue to feed the hot hand, and this kid is putting in work.
The three from Rizachet. No luck on that one. And so it's MP making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. And during that quarter, he was everywhere, just wreaking havoc. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Gay. Johnson comes in for Houston. Rizachet, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Daniels is subbed in for Kennard. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got, Daniels and Rizachet out on the perimeter. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. And it's Young in at the point guard position. Launches it. And Atlanta misses again.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Porter outside. The triple drop.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
It's a 14-point game. Young. Johnson outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
When you're losing, you can't afford to give the ball away.
Here's Porter. MP. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And their strategy is obvious. manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Young! And he can't stop the run as that misses.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Takes a three. Can't get it to go. And it's Daniels with the ball for Atlanta. Trailing by 17. Oh, missed on the tray. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 for 11 so far in the fourth. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. When we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Nets.
It's impressive how the reserve players stepped up and delivered in this one.
They didn't just help out. They made a big impact and really secured the win for their team.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch. And with that length and athleticism, Johnson is always a lob threat.
Young against MP. Outside Porter. Back to MP. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Claxton throws it down.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Outside Young. Let's go with a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Something's off about him this quarter.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. We'll see you next time.
I'm gonna be back on when I get off. I'm fuck with y'all boys. All girls.